Good day, I am Iverson A. Irag, BSBA MK2E. What are the three branches of governance? The three branches of good governance. Number one is the legislative, the law-making body. The legislative is responsible for making a law within a country. Legislatures are made up of people called legislators, who is democracies are elected by the country's population. Number two, the executive branch, the law enforcing body. The executive is the branch of government responsible for overall governance of a state. In countries which base their political system on the separation of powers, the execution of branch of government is responsible for enforcing the execution law made by the legislative branch of government. Number 3, judicial branch, the law interpreting body. Judiciaries are responsible for interpreting and applying a country law in particular cases, and can also be invested with the power to strike down laws that it deems unconditionally. What is the purpose of good governance? Good governance is the process of making and enforcing decisions within an organization or society. It encompasses decision-making, rule-setting, and functioning of organization or society. Members in establishing the law are assembly, the board or directors, the supervisor board, and those responsible for cooperative management. What are the 8 basic elements of good governance? Explain each. Number 1, participatory. This is an opportunity to voice out the opinion by each person to understand and hear their side in making a law. Number 2, rule of law. The impersonal and impartial application of stable and predictable laws, statutes, rules, and regulation without regard for social status or political consideration. The legal framework of law, especially the human rights law. Number 3, transparency. Taking the decisions and their enforcement are done in manner that follows rules and regulation. It also means that information is freely available and directly accessible to those who will be affected by such decision and their enforcement. Number 4, responsiveness. It is need a institution or processes to attempt and serve to all people in making a law. Also, they need to be responsible to their time. Number 5, consensus-oriented. Decision-making under good governance means the board consider the broad range of opinions presented before making its decision, including the needs of diverse groups and facets of organization raised in the regards to the question at hand. Number 6, equity and inclusiveness. In a good governance, all members of society, especially the most vulnerable, are taken into consideration in policy making, and no one feels aligned, disenfranchised, or left behind. Number 7, effectiveness and efficiency. Refers to the fulfilling the requirements task rightfully, and efficiency is fulfilling these tasks in the most economical way in terms of resources and time. Number 8, accountability. Includes the existence of mechanism where there is a certainty that public affairs and political leaders are responsible for their actions, responsible for the use of public sources, and transparency of government and media freedom. As a student, how can you contribute in the upholding good governance in our country? As a student, I can contribute in upholding good governance in our country by participating in school organization, learn and attending a leadership organization or orientation to learn some skills, practice some basic self-discipline and honestly, so that I can gain more knowledge and skills.